Hey, I'm Disco Dave, one of the original members of Mighty B-Force.
I'm DJ Handmaster Flash, one of the original members of the Mighty B-Force.
And I'm C-Fly, one of the original members of B-Force.
So, how did B-Force form?
I can say that I was the one that really started B-Force. We started in 1978. I just had a vision because my mom used to be a DJ too, rest in peace, my mother. She used to be a DJ also, and that's probably why I picked up the vibe from. And it was a passion. We liked the attention back then, so we knew the music was going to make the people come out to see us. So it was basically about the attention.
That is correct. And also, what he meant by like our mother was a DJ, in the sense of my mom had all the records, and without my mom's records, there was no party. She didn't really have equipment, but it's like when somebody had a party, they were like, D, could you bring the records over? You know, back then they had to stack and one by one go down. But my mom had all the hit records, so like Dave said, by us playing her songs and music, it made us get into it too. And he is the one that started the B-Force. First was BCS, Big City Sounds.
That's correct.
And then we went into B-Force after that. That was 78. We changed it to B-Force because we battled Rat at the Hotel Philadelphia in 1980, and we combined our forces. The B stands for bottom, so it's bottom force. So it's a couple of other DJs that went in with us equipment-wise because DJ Rat had big stacks of speakers, and that's how B-Force was basically got their rep.
Then as we was forming B-Force, we tried to do something different, like far as routines, dances, Flash with the creation, and that's where C-Fly came in at. We know he was before his time when it came to all that, you know, all the lights and stuff like that. So when we got him, that made our group complete because Flash was the DJ with the handcuffs, scratching with the cape, and then C-Fly came with the explosion, and it was a whole complete show.
So, where did you guys first start doing parties in 1978?
We started doing house parties. We had special streets that we did them on, like 38th and Reno Street. We had them on
Tickle House.
38th and Brandywine Street. And after we do the party, at 12 o'clock we call it the red light special, that everybody find their little girl and their guy.
Dog
C-Fly. Find their little girl and their guy, and then from 12 o'clock on, and we first started, we had these two turntables that had the volume, bass, and treble on them, and we just click one off and click one on. And that what made the party. And people started showing up, and we started having rent parties, and it took off from there.
And I got involved because, like, it's crazy because the way I got started, my brother had to go to the bathroom. We was doing a house party. Well, he was doing a house party. And he was like, yo, put this next song on. I was like, I'm not doing that, man. But I heard the people downstairs. So he went to the bathroom. He said, all you got to do is click this over like that. So I put on Flashlight. And soon as I clicked it, I heard him, oh, I was like this. By the time he came back, he was like, all right, I was like, no, I got it.
He was hooked.
I was hooked. I played the next song, made the next song. And that's how I got into it, like watching my brother. He started it, and then like just playing one song made me want to be part of this historic group, B-Force. So that's how I got started in DJing and never looked back. Still DJing as we speak. So thanks to my brother Dave.
So then we started doing parties out the neighborhood, at playgrounds, because we got more attention. And it happened that C-Fly worked at U-Haul. So that made it even better for us. So we would charge people $3 to get in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
And the whole back of the truck was packed. So everywhere we went, they went. And when we got back home, they knew they stopped from their block and they jumped off the truck. C-Fly never stopped the truck. He just kept it going.
And go down everybody's block.
Everybody's block, and everybody jumped off at their block.
While the truck was still going.
We called them the gremlins.
Now.
Helpers were the gremlins.
And then we got a little too bigger. You know, the party got bigger. We started getting 2 U-Haul trucks because it got bigger and bigger. And that's when we started to combine and make it, instead of BCS, B-Force. And that's where B-Force came in at.
Here's another thing that we had also, like when we first started, we had to carry the equipment all the time, like up and down steps and in people's basements and all that. Then we got the Gremlins. We call them the Gremlins.
Mhm.
We had like these 5 young boys that would help carry our equipment. Not only that, I gotta say it, they would sabotage the other DJs. So they was like the Gremlins. But anyway, like Jeff said it well when Jazzy Jeff did an interview with Bree's Story. He said, you know, when you got the bottom support system, it's hard to lose. You know what I mean?
You can't go wrong.
Everywhere we went, we took hundreds of people with us, and no matter how big you were, as a DJ, the bottom would go crazy when we got on. So we outshined everybody. We went South Philly, North, Germantown, Mount Airy,
Sharon Hill.
Sharon Hill. I was there. So shout out to the bottom for that, though.
Now, on that note, when y'all went in other hoods with that many people, was there any pushback, or did they just say, damn?
No, not really, because people were just kind of dumbfounded, like, what is this? This is the first time we saw that.
Yeah.
They probably thought we worked for the city the way we set the stuff up. You know, they were sitting there watching us. But they seemed like, you know, we didn't have any problem with that. We did pretty good going out of the city till we kicked off the power by mistake, and then people got a little upset, and we ran
We did
down
an
the park that day.
outside event
Yeah.
at Huntington Park.
Wow, remember that?
And it's this place called the White House, right in the middle of Huntington Park. So we all got there, we set up, because we didn't tell nobody, we just went and started playing. So once people around the neighborhood heard the music, they started coming out. So C-Fly hooked his lights up, you know, everything was good. 5 seconds later, the whole power in the whole park went out. Because C-Fly did, I don't know what happened, but some wire touched and knocked the whole swimming pool, basketball courts, everything
It was
went
dark.
out. So we thinking it was gonna be fair for our life. So we packed up in 2.5 seconds and we got out of there because we didn't know what was going on. But our shows, we had a routine and we had shows. We had dancers, Flash with the DJ, then Flash would hide underneath the desk, and then C-Fly would blow the explosion, and then when the smoke clears, Flash come out and then with his handcuffs and do his thing. So we had a lot of DJs that followed us, that wanted to see how we work on the inside, like Jazzy Jeff, DJ Miz. That's why Bobby Dan started hiring us a lot, because we bought 2 U-Haul trucks worth of people. So he knew that was instant money. Him, Sir Jam, and the boy Casper, they knew it was instant money when B-Force came. So that's how we got popular.
Yeah, and then touching up on something what C-Fly did, C-Fly was amazing because not only he had a light show, but he took a baby walker and made it out of a spaceship and had somebody under the table off of Trans-Europe Express and make it,
Yeah, I made a little tower.
yeah, it was like it was a ship that was landing. So, like Dave said, we always, like, we didn't have the sound system. We didn't have that. And I mean, we was all right for what we had. But show-wise, we always gave somebody something to look. You know, we always, well, gave them something to look at, I should say. Like, either we had dancers or, you know, you have somebody emceeing, I'll put on handcuffs, he blowing up bombs, and Dave doing routines. It's like, you know, we did all kinds of stuff with B4, so we kept everybody's attention. So, but as far as, like, you know, going out of the neighborhood with, you know, the bottom people, most of them knew people out the neighborhood. So, you know, it didn't even matter. Like a guy named Sausage and a guy named Camp, may he rest in peace. Everywhere they went, they knew somebody. South Philly and North, and everywhere we went, they knew everybody. So people got along. People wanted to hear music. They wanted to take the train. That's all they did.
It wasn't as uptight as it is now. So
Yeah, no, not now. Now it's wild. You can't do these things now. So,
Crazy.
but that's how it was.